Okay, so it feels like Arturia sent the Astrolab 37 to every gear tuber except me. Yeah, I know, I'm a small channel, so it's understandable, but still sad. And they probably have no idea who I am, or that I might even be interested in a device like that. But yes, I'm very interested. This one almost feels like it was made for me. And in my last I have too much gear video, I promised to not buy anything new for a week. Oops. And here I am, planning for my next purchase. Yeah, ironically. But this one is different. It really is. This is literally the device I've been asking for. Ever since they released the bigger Astrolabs, I was like, oh, I really want that, because I do love the sounds from the Pigments, from the V collection. That would be a dream to have that in a hardware device without needing a computer. And also the conclusion I made from my last video is that yes, I have too much grooveboxes, too much overlapping gear. I really don't have that many synths. It's like the poly and synth and like the microfreak. So that's something I really need. And the grooveboxes, I need to sell a few. It's that simple. Yeah, so this one is different and something I really wanted. I think I've even talked about that in a video before, that I would love like a desktop variant of the Astrolab, just like a sound module. It would be lovely. And the 37 looks amazing. Okay, so what is my intent with the Astrolab? It's of course to combine it with one of my many grooveboxes. My first device that comes to mind is the MPC Live 3. I think that combo would be amazing, really amazing, but there's a big if here. I've heard mixed info about the Astrolab's multitimbrality. Is it multitimbral? I don't know really. Some YouTubers say it is, and some say it's not. I know that you can split the keyboard with two different sounds, but I'm not sure you can like assign different MIDI channels for different sounds. That would be lovely. I think someone said that it was like 2-part multitimbral. That's not very generous, but I think maybe I can work around that. The polyphony of this device is like 48 voices, I think. It's of course dependent on the patch, the complexity of the patch, but 48 is enough. I think like if it was like 4-part multitimbral, that would be lovely. But I'm pretty sure it's not. So the 2-part would be acceptable, but I'm not even sure it is 2-part. And why is that so important if I combine that with like the MPC Live 3? It's because the Live 3, as you may have seen in my other videos, is not very good at live looping. And if you have a powerful synth beside your groovebox, you want to be able to loop the sounds, the melody that you have created, to continue to add stuff from the synth. I love that workflow. And then the looping needs to be really solid, but it's not on the MPC, and that's so unfortunate. You get these like pops and clicks, which I hate. I can't work with that. Okay, so what are my alternatives? Tonverk? No. Digitac 2? Maybe. OPXY? Yeah, that could work. Deluge? Actually, yeah, could also work. So I'm still figuring out the ideal pairing here. I'm not sure yet. But when we talk about alternatives, there's also another synth that I have been looking for a long time. And it's the Waldorf Iridium Core. It seems really capable, it sounds amazing, it looks nice, it has a great size to have on the desk. I know this one is multitimbral, but only 2-part, because the voice count is only 12 on this one, so 2 parts may be a good fit. I think the bigger Iridium desktop and the keyboard version has 16 voices. but it's also two-part. So if I compare these two, the Astrolab with the Iridium, Astrolab offers a much broader sound spectrum. I mean, you can get really good sounding pianos, strings, and you have the Pigments, the whole V collection, all the sounds from Analog Lab. I'm not really sure how capable the Iridium Core is, but of what I have heard, it sounds really good. So another part that really contributed to this interest for the Astrolab is that it's Black Week and I got an offer to upgrade my V collection. I'm on version 8, so I upgraded to version 11 for a really good price. And then I discovered this new soft synth, Pure Lo-Fi, and this sounds incredible. That's exactly the tones I love. So imagine having like Pure Lo-Fi plus all the Arturia engines in a standalone synth. That's super inspiring. Yeah, so now when I have upgraded that V collection, this combination to get this hardware unit, especially for the collection, for all the synths in the Arturia's lineup, I think it's a really tempting deal. And as you may know, I'm not a sound designer. I really don't like that process. I prefer to scroll through presets, and then when I find something I like, I start to tweak it to my taste. I really don't have time for making presets, so that's how I work. Therefore, I think the Astrolab is really good because you have your macros there and you can do some basic tweaking of the sound, probably good enough to meet my needs. I just briefly want to thank you all for the engagement on my last video. It was amazing, although I did have issues keeping up with all the comments, but I got a lot of good suggestions and really thoughtful comments that made me think about all this gear stuff. And I want to reach out to you again, and just if you have any alternative suggestion, like don't get the Astrolab or the Iridium, get this instead, I would love to hear. I have been on the hunt for a really good synth that I will instinctively just combine with the groovebox I use at the time. I have been into like kind of the analog territory to have something really warm and analog, like the TO5, all these new from Sequential, but I'm not sure. They are pretty limited in terms of voice count and stuff, so I don't think they are multitimbral. No, probably not. So please, if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments, because I haven't bought the Astrolab yet. It's not available. I will probably get it in a week or two, hopefully. Or Arturia, if you want to send it to me, I would be over the moon. Yeah, so that's basically all I wanted to talk about today. Are you tempted to get the Astrolab 37? Tell me in the comments. Bye.